pledge to lead a drug-free life. I will say no to harmful drugs.
I'm professor of why. Because I'm telling them why to say no.
This friendly character is able to get across a very basic message in a powerful manner.
Meet Mr. No, the professor of why, an employee of the Town of Tonawanda Youth Bureau who clowns around to drive home his message to youngsters that they should say no to drugs and alcohol. For the past year, he has performed at all of the town schools as well as before community groups wherever there are children to make them aware of the problem.
How long did it take to train? What kind of training did you have?
Well, Mr. No had to go through a long training period. Again, he had to design a program and put together a coloring book. And, you know, I brought my coloring book with me too, Fran. And I talked to all my friends, the other animals and stuff, like Peter the penguin, and I asked them special questions, and they told me all kinds of neat things that I can tell the boys and girls. Okay. Let's see what else we have in here. We did Francis. Uh-huh. We didn't do the penguin. Okay. Do you want to do the penguin? You want to do Peter? Yeah. That's Peter the penguin. And he says, it's not classy to use drugs. Just say no. All righty. Let's try it. Just say no. Okay.
Well, Mr. No, you could have taken on any kind of characteristic. Why a clown?
Oh, because I am a clown. And not only that, I mean, you know, you should be what you are, right? And I've always been a clown, and I'm proud of being a clown. So when I talk to boys and girls, I want to be myself. Just like I tell them they should be themselves and like themselves.
Mr. No has been able to combine his interest in working with children with his desire to address social problems, particularly drug and alcohol abuse education programs. Mr. No got personally involved in clowning about a year and a half ago through his interest in masonry, and was able to combine the clowning activity with his efforts to educate young people about the dangers of drug and alcohol abuse. And it's a beautiful combination of interests.
Why the younger children for your message?
Well, we want to really give the message to the younger boys and girls. And, you know, it's a message that all boys and girls should get. And there's a lot of people giving the message to the junior high school and the middle school and the high school kids. And that's important. But there's not so many people talking to the first, second, and third graders. And Mr. No is unique. In the town of Tonawanda here, he's the only one that goes out and talks to those boys and girls. And probably in the county, he's about the only one that talks to them. So he's real important for those boys and girls.
I dare say it's probably the best drug and alcohol education program in the country for young people.
I talk mostly about drugs and alcohol, but I also talk a lot about feelings and how you should feel good. And, you know, I make them promise me that they'll like themselves and they'll feel good about themselves. And we talk a lot about activities that they can do. You know, like Frances the fish, she says, I'd rather swim than take drugs. So we ask all the boys and girls what's something that they like to do. We're going to go around the room. We're going to start here with Ron. And Ron, I want you to tell me something that you like to do a lot. What do you like to do, Ron? Come on, you can think of something. Do you like to swim too?
No.
No?
I like to swim.
Swim, all righty. What do you like to do?
Play soccer.
Soccer. Okay, Katie.
Go off my deck.
Right, okay. And because we have to remember that, it's important that we know things that we like to do, okay? And I want them to understand medicines too, because we talk a lot about medicines. You know, everybody has to take medicines once in a while. But we have to let boys and girls understand two things. Can your big brother or big sister give you medicine? No! No, that's right. None of those people can. Only Mom and Dad and the doctor and the nurse at school. But for the nurse at school to give you medicine, what do you have to bring with you? You do what?
I know.
This is one of my favorites. This is Lenny the Lion. And you know, Lenny says he'd never give in to peer pressure. And if you do now want what someone is giving to you, you should say so loudly. Well, and of course you know that, Fran, that the boys and girls aren't going to understand what peer pressure is. Peer pressure and friend pressure are really kind of the same things. And what that means is sometimes our friends try and make us do things that we don't want to do. Well, you know what? I went home and I got some cough medicine out of the medicine cabinet at home. You want to go behind the school and have some cough medicine with me? Come on. No. Come on.
No!
That's right. That's exactly the right answer. Dottie the dog says, always listen to what your parents say because they love you. And you know, and I want boys and girls to understand that once in a while they'll do something and at home they'll get yelled at for doing it. And it happened to me once. Well, maybe it was twice.
Maybe three
maybe
times.
3 times. Okay, maybe 3 times. And what happens when that happens is moms and dads yell at us because they want us to grow up strong and healthy and to be, you know, understand that what we did wasn't right and it could hurt us. And so what we tell the boys and girls is if that happens, would you tell mom and dad that it's okay that they yelled at you because, you know, you understand that they want you to grow up like that. And do them one more thing, would you, Fran? Tell them you love them because moms and dads like to hear that you love them. That's important.